Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Hawk. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Wednesday. Today is day 7 of our 2-week challenge, so we're on week 2. We only have 3 more, including today, of this 2-week challenge. So thank you, everyone who's been doing every day's challenge. You've been working so hard. So thank you, everyone, and welcome everyone in the chat. We've got a lot of you guys today. Juan, welcome back. Patricia, Akeen, Khalid, Rosie, Luke, Annalisa, Lena, lots of you guys. Welcome, everyone. I hope you guys are all staying safe, and I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. I have a very fun, something new that you guys may not have learned before, anchor links challenge today. So let's hop on over to behance.net/challenge/XD and we'll get started. All right, so of course, if you're not already registered, definitely go ahead and sign up with this big blue button right there. That way you'll get notified every day in your Creative Cloud app that there's a new challenge. So each day, I'll give you guys a challenge. Of course, be sure to join our community chat in Discord. I'll pull that up right here. So if you're not a member, definitely go ahead and sign up, bit.ly/XD Discord. That's where you can find that. Or you can just scroll on down here to the bottom and click this join us link. Might be a bit easier. So every day we're live at 11:30 Pacific time. After this, in Discord, Joss, one of our mentors, is going to be going live 12 p.m. Central. So just check out that mentor feedback channel. I'll show you that in just a second. But he'll be doing reviews, just a little office hours. Kind of fun. Lastly, be sure to share your work on Behance and Discord when you're done so I can find your work and give you feedback if you'd like it. So scrolling on down here, wow, we have been working so hard. We only have 2 left. Kind of bittersweet, you guys. But there will be a new host with new challenges next week, so don't worry about it. All right, today we're going to be working on anchor links. So anchor links, which is basically when you're scrolling through a page, maybe the page is super long, and then you don't want to have to scroll all the way back up to a specific spot in that page. So you can link to particular parts in that page, and then just press a button, and it will automatically scroll to that particular part. Hope that makes sense, but I'll explain it a bit more when we get into the starter file. So design an experience that teaches users how to knit. We're going to gamify the experience with badges, progress indicators, or community feedback, and just try adding some navigation aids using anchor links. And so this was actually just released recently on March 10th, I believe, so it's pretty new. So if you want, you can click that Get Started button. This will take you to Dropbox. Just hit download, direct download, and that will take you to a file that looks like this. Let me quickly hop over into Discord and just show you guys, if you're new, if you have not joined. We've got about 37,000 of you guys already over here, so thank you so much for joining. It's a really awesome community. So we've got a bunch of different channels over here, and just to kind of highlight a few of the important ones, these 3 are read only, so only the Adobe folks are posting when we're going live and what the new challenges are and stuff like that. In here, we've got the current challenge channel. So this is where all of you guys can post your awesome work. Share your work. If it's a link to Behance or just a prototype like this, an MP4, a screenshot, whatever you want to share, we'll give you feedback. And if you have any questions, let me know in that Behance chat. I'll be checking that throughout the stream, or in this channel, and introduce yourself if you're new in the introductions channel. So thanks, guys. Okay, let's hop on over to our starter file. So again, you can download this from Dropbox if you would like. As always, I don't give you all the colors and components and character styles because I want you guys to create those on your own, but you can follow right along with me. So I'm going to be doing a website for knitting. I personally love knitting, and I think it's something fun that you can do if you're, quarantining or social distancing at home. It's never a better time to pick it up, and it's super easy. But if that's a little too nerdy for you, then figure out something else that you want to make a website about. I will not judge whatever you want to do. Also, I'd like you guys to add some sort of progress indicators or some sort of indicator for users. Give them a way to keep coming back. So this is a really important part in usability behavior. So give them a habit, something to keep. Why do they want to keep coming back? Is it the likes? Is it the badges? Is it some kind of indicator that, hey, you're almost done? So you can add something like this. This one's by Aga. This one by Seamus. If it's just something simple like telling you, 12 out of 17 steps were completed, you can do that as well. And of course, check out the resource booklet, hop through some of these pages to check out the different resources that I personally use and like. And I've just got some tips down here about behavior and desirability and adding habit forming features. Bit of a tongue twister. Okay, so I already have an artboard already pulled up. Now, since we're focusing on anchor links, I'm only going to use one artboard since it's mostly we're focusing on scrolling. So if you want to add a new artboard, just click this artboard icon right here, and then you can look at whatever size you want. In web, I usually just check out the largest, which is 1920 by 1080. Whoops. Okay. So let's add our background. Just gonna add a white rectangle to start with, a little bit of rounded corners, and no border. I will add, I don't know why, I just always like to add a separate, like it's not part of the border, but a separate rectangle on the inside. And okay, so I've got a few assets already created over here. So I've got this cute little yarn ball that I like to add as the logo up in the top left. So let's put that there. And then this was actually really fun to make in Illustrator. I do not have the time to show you, but basically you just make like one little section. So for instance, like this section right here, use the pen tool and then, not repeat grid. It's not repeat grid in Illustrator, but just the blend tool and then make a brush out of it. So I'm obviously not a pro because we've got some spaces in there, but yeah, so play around with that. It's really fun. Or you could use the repeat grid in XD. Sometimes I like to just make illustrations in Illustrator though, and just copy and paste them over. So let's add some more text on here. So I'm gonna start with just like the name of the website. So I'll just call it like Learn to Knit. Real original, I know. And I've got some character styles already pulled up over here. So this is Yrsa, Y-R-S-A. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, you guys are chatting about knitting in here. Yes, I can knit. I haven't knitted in a while, but that's my goal during the quarantine, is to knit something like a sock or something like that. Okay, let's add some more text. So I'll say like what the name of the pattern is. So we'll say like winter scarf pattern. Maybe I should call it like quarantine scarf pattern. That's a little more fitting. And then let's see, make this a bit smaller. And this is just Europa font, Europa Light. And let's add some just tabs on the top. So just sort of a menu that we can quickly tab through. So I'll say like patterns, just the things that we think are most important in this website. Maybe like buying yarn. Need to do that before you can knit. Crocheting, which is very closely related to knitting. And one more, like learning or tutorials or something. And I'll make this one, so we're on the patterns, so I'll select that and make it just a little bit more vibrant, look like it's selected, and add a line below. And give it the same color, like that. Okay. And fun part about this is that on one of our previous daily creative challenges, we learned all about the align tool up here, so we can align, oh, but I can't align that little guy underneath. So we can align each of these, distribute them evenly, not including that line underneath. What else? Let's add a search. Maybe we want to search through all of the patterns. Just kind of lining this up right here with the rest of our menu. And let's add like an account. And then I think that's good for the menu on the top. So now we can start adding, I want to have a bunch of different steps. I'm really just going to use repeat grid for these, just because I want them mostly to look all the same kind of. So let's add just a background. And then we'll say step 1. And step 1, again, this is going to be Yursa font. Put this like right here. And then we'll just add like some text about whatever step 1 is. So maybe it's like beginning at the neck edge. Maybe it's like a shirt. Oh, but it's a scarf. Beginning at one edge. Start creating rows. Following the instructions below. Instructions below. And let's make this a bit smaller. It's a bit large. Maybe 20. And then we can just say, give them like an example, like row 1 is knit 1, purl 1, knit 2, purl 4, for instance. And that's kind of like an abbreviation they use for knitting. It's like K1, P means purl, K means knit. Kind of interesting. Okay. The only other thing I want to add in this step is just a kind of image of whatever step we're on. So let's add this first little bit. So maybe this bit does like 3 rows or something. Okay. I just love creating cute little illustrations like this. Maybe in another life I was an illustrator. Okay. Move this up a bit. Okay, so that looks good for step 1. Let's go ahead and group all of that. And now all I have to do there is just create a bunch more. So let's use the repeat grid, bring this down. I want to do like 7 steps. So that when we do the anchor linking, it will automatically scroll to that part in the page. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 more, 7. Okay. And now we need to select the whole artboard and just drag this down so we can see the rest of those steps, and we can edit them. We can go in and say step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, a bit tedious, but it's okay. And step 7. Okay. So there are all of our steps. Let's also, on this right side, this looks a little barren, so I do want to add like the final finished product, whatever that's supposed to look like. So obviously we want it to look like a scarf. So let's add this little brush pattern that I made in Illustrator. Put that right there. Okay, so that's like what you're going to be creating. Now I need to create the links, so the buttons, to be able to scroll to any one of these steps. So let's say we're on like step 1, can add that right here, just in the same line, and then we'll say 2, let's add a repeat grid for these numbers. Say 3, whoops. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, get rid of those. Extend this a bit. And for like the anchor linking to work, we need to actually ungroup all of those, which is fine, but just need to ungroup it. Okay, so let's preview, and I want to show you one thing. If we would just go ahead and do it from here, if we start scrolling, we'll notice that most everything keeps going off the page, and we don't want everything to do that. So what we need to do is select everything that we want to stay still, stay static while we're scrolling, which is most everything. So everything up here in the header, all of the numbers, the background, and then over here, you'll see this little, it's a checkbox. It says fix position when scrolling, and we need to check that. So now, let me make sure this is on our home. When we preview it, now everything should stay still. Another thing we're noticing is that right here, when we scroll, these are kind of going over the rest of our header menu. So one kind of workaround for that is to just add a background to kind of be in the middle. So let's make sure this is the same color, and then we can do it just for this little white spot up here in the border. Make that the same color. And again, these should go to the back. So send them to the back. And these we want to fix the position as well. And then these will go behind all of our steps. So now let's preview that, make sure, there we go. Looks a lot better right there since we added that kind of background. Just a little loophole. All right, so now the fun part, let's hop on over into our prototype tab, and I'll show you guys how to create those anchor links. So step one, like we're already here at the very top, but we could add an anchor link there if we wanted. So what you do, select whatever button or link is going to go to that specific element, and then click that little arrow, bring it to, oh, I do need to ungroup all of these. Okay. Bring it to step one. Our trigger will be tap, and our type will be scroll to. I do have a Y offset, so that just means we have a bit of space up here, so we don't want it to, we don't want this to go all the way to the top, so we want it to start right here. So that's fine. Yeah, so this is scroll to. That's the animation we're going to be using. Let's continue with the rest of these. We can just link all these up. So step 2, step 3, and make sure the action is scroll to right there. Step 4 will go to step 4, scrolling to. Step 5 will go to step 5, scrolling to. Step 6, whoops, this one's a bit below. So we can just drag it all the way down to step 7. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and preview, and let's say we go to step 7, step 6, step 5, 4. See, we may need to adjust the Y offset there a little bit because it gets cut off just a tad, but you get the point. So step 1, kind of cool, anchor links. So yeah, you can really go into the details and adjust like exactly where you want it to scroll to. But that looks pretty good to me. Okay, what else would we like to add? Maybe we want to add a scroll to top. Oh, the other thing I wanted to add was the reason for people to keep coming back. So let's add like a likes indicator. So maybe we want to share our work at the end, encourage people to share. So let's add, copy and paste this text. Oops. We'll say like 134 likes. This particular photo was like shared by someone. You can group those and make sure if you add anything new, just you're doing that fixed position when scrolling. And let's say at the very end, we want them to be like, oh, we want you to share your work at the end. Give them, again, some reason to keep coming back. So the likes in this instance. So we could add a CTA button that would say, share a photo of your scarf when you're done. So we could add that. Let's add some text and we'll say, share a photo. Make this white. And let's just add a little camera icon. It's tiny. Right here. Okay. So there we go. So then when they're done with their scarf, they can share. And okay, I didn't get a chance to add all of those little knitting steps, but you get the idea. So here's like my pre-baked one, if you will. So let's preview this one. So we've got all of our steps and our anchor links up here. We can go to step 6 automatically, step 4, maybe we want to share at the very bottom. We've got the go to top as well. So yeah, play around with anchor links. I feel like this is a really fun one, and it's pretty new, so you may not have tried it before. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with, whether it's knitting or whatever other kind of thing that you feel like would be fun during the quarantine. Okay, let's go ahead and Command S to save. As always, if you want to export an MP4 of your work, like clicking around, just press that play button and then you can record just by clicking around. You'll see this little circle appear, and then you can close it and just save it as an MP4. You can upload that to Behance as well, which is really fun. Or you can just go File, Export, Batch, and that will export as a PNG if you want. So let's hop on into Behance and I'll show you how to share. So I've already got this project started. We can go to Edit and see what we got. So make sure when you're sharing your work, you go over to Settings, go over to that Discoverability tab and add that keyword XD Daily Challenge so I can find your work and share it. I usually like to share some of you guys' work from the previous day at the end of this stream. So let's search. So we're searching XD Daily Challenge. I'm sorting by most recent. Let's just refresh this a bit. Got some new ones. Okay. I've got some already pulled up here. So let's see. Okay, this one was by Allison. Let's scroll on down to the last one. She's been doing all of them. That's awesome. Okay, so Neighborhood, this was day 6. She used Adobe stock. Love the color palette, very warm colors. And this was the onboarding. So I wanted you guys to create the pagination at the bottom of an onboarding screen. Oh, that is so cute. The little illustrations. Oh my god. So it's a community app, adorable. Okay. That's an interesting, so instead of just like a dissolve sort of animation, she used like card swiping, so that's nice too. Lovely job. I love that. So cute. Very like friendly and warm and knit, what you would think a neighborhood app would be. So nice job on that. This one's by Juan. Juan, you've been doing an awesome job almost like every day. So again, this was the one from yesterday, and let's check it out. The onboarding app community. Oh, wait, did you draw all these yourself? All of these people? Because if so, great job. That's a lot of work. We've got news, lovely pagination there. Looks awesome. And the heart, the beating heart. That's so cute. Oh, I love that. Local. Nice job. Wow. Yeah, I'd love to know if you did all of those illustrations because that's a lot of work. Amazing job. This one is by Kareem. So let's check this one out. Coronavirus prevention. Nice, very timely. Okay. All right, so here is the prototype. So we've got that pagination down there. Ooh, nice. Lots of animations going on. Some little bubbles. Awesome. Coughing. Be careful. Yeah, those are great tips. Ooh, I love your little animation there where the dot kind of seems to slowly slug along, if that is a word, slug along. Yeah, that's cool. I love that. Thank you so much, Kareem, for sharing. Maybe just one more we have time for. So this one is by Stella Lee. Let's check this one out. Chris asked, who did the faces design? Yeah, that was Juan. Oh, he said it's from a stock image site. Still, your work was great. Oh, some new pet friends. That's so cute. And again, I love that little animation you did with the dot kind of hopping on over there. Nice job. Okay, guys, that is about all the time that I have left for today. Thank you all so much for joining. These all always just like go by so fast. So stay tuned. In about 5 minutes, we've got our 2-hour live stream with Paul Tranny. He's going to be designing some brand identities in Illustrator. And right after this, don't forget Joss is going to be our mentor in Discord in that mentor feedback channel, and he'll be giving you guys some feedback on your portfolios and the creative challenges that you've been working on. So I'll be back again tomorrow at 11:30. So stay safe, everyone. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
Late nights, I'm caught in city shenanigans. Spent 1,000, did a show and made it back again. I'm real passionate about the craft I pursue. I can't lose when faced with a struggle. I only grew. My roots, they run deep, so far you can't reach. My sound was underground, but now it's blasting in the streets. It's crazy how a roll of the dice can change your life. I rose from the ashes, gripped the mic, and I took flight. I write to be the greatest, the dopest on your playlist. Here to say the game like young Neo in the Matrix. Yeah. You know they call me a prophet, knowledge to any topic. I'm a guru with the logic, bringing positive vibes, dividing lies from dreams. Trying to find balance while we steady walking this beam. It seems like these days smoking haze don't do it for me. Searching for a reason to keep moving on this journey. Word from the wise, seeing visions with the third eye. Rocking it with philanthrop, this is hip hop revive. Lyricism is soulful, home cooked like a soul food. Here to fill the hole in your heart with nothing but love for the music.